60 years ago, on 14th March 1966, Australia and Mexico formally established diplomatic relations through the simultaneous opening of embassies in both countries. This historic moment laid the foundations for a partnership that continues to grow in depth, scope, and ambition.
Long before formal diplomatic ties were established, connections between Mexico and Australia were already forming. A striking example can be found in Australia's earliest currency. Many of the counter-stamped holy dollars, minted more than 200 years ago, were originally stamped in New Spain, present-day Mexico, reflecting early global links in trade and exchange.
Following Australia's federation in the early 20th century, Mexican honorary consulates were established in cities such as Newcastle, Sydney, Adelaide, and Melbourne. These early representations focused on maritime trade and commercial ties, anticipating the economic foundations of the modern relationship. Beyond bilateral links, Mexico and Australia also engaged early through multilateral diplomacy. Both countries coincided as members of the League of Nations and later became founding members of the United Nations, where they engaged constructively and supported one another across a range of issues, laying early foundations for cooperation in multilateral fora.
In the 1960s, closer engagement became increasingly necessary. In 1964, Qantas introduced its Fiesta route to London via Tahiti, Mexico, and the Caribbean, highlighting Mexico's growing role in civil aviation and international connectivity.
At the same time, as Australia navigated a rapidly changing international environment, it recognized the importance of engaging with independent voices in Latin America. Parliamentary visits and diplomatic assessments identified Mexico as a key political, economic, and cultural partner. In 1965, an Australian parliamentary report concluded that if a new mission is to be established in the Americas, it should be in Mexico.
In 1966, both governments took the historic step of opening embassies, marking the beginning of the modern Mexico-Australia relationship and a permanent diplomatic presence in both capitals. The first ambassadors presented their credentials, formally inaugurating a diplomatic presence that has endured for 6 decades.
The Embassy of Mexico in Australia was first established in Canberra in 1966 and, after several relocations, moved to its current purpose-built premises in Yarralumla in 1982. The complex was designed by Mexican architect Alfredo Terrazas de la Peña, in collaboration with Australian architects. Since then, Mexico has posted 15 ambassadors to Australia, while Australia has appointed 18 ambassadors to Mexico, reflecting the continuity and maturity of the relationship.
Over 6 decades, the relationship has been strengthened through regular high-level engagements. Prime ministers, presidents, and governors general have met on numerous occasions, reinforcing political trust and expanding cooperation across sectors. Parliamentary diplomacy has also played an important role in the bilateral relationship. Parliamentary visits and the establishment of bilateral friendship groups represent a practical platform to promote cooperation, shared values, and concrete outcomes across political, economic, and cultural domains.
Our bilateral relations have also reflected a shared commitment to multilateralism and an open, rules-based international order. Today, both countries work closely within the United Nations system, where they engage constructively and support one another across a broad range of global issues. Likewise, through other key multilateral frameworks, including the G20, MICTA, APEC, OECD, and the Australia Group on Disarmament, Mexico and Australia contribute to global governance and promote multilateral solutions to challenges such as economic stability, international security, sustainable development, and non-proliferation.
Through the WTO and the CPTPP, today, Mexico is Australia's leading trading partner in Latin America, while Australia is a key economic partner for Mexico in the Asia-Pacific. Trade and investment continue to expand across sectors, including energy, manufacturing, advanced technologies, and financial services. Australia is also one of Mexico's key sources of foreign direct investment, with hundreds of Australian companies operating across Mexico, contributing to economic growth and job creation.
At the heart of the relationship are the people. Australia is home to the largest Mexican community in the Asia-Pacific, creating vibrant cultural, social, and economic links between both societies. Tourism continues to grow. Last year, more than 65,000 Australians visited Mexico, while around 17,000 Mexicans traveled to Australia. Cultural exchanges have become a defining feature of the relationship. Music, film, gastronomy, traditions, and the creative arts have strengthened people-to-people links and fostered greater mutual understanding. The growing dialogue between First Nations, spearheaded by the Australian Institute of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Studies and Mexico's National Institute of Indigenous Peoples, is grounded in shared respect for Indigenous cultures, heritage, and ancestral knowledge.
Mexico and Australia cooperate closely on global and regional challenges, including climate change, water management, disaster resilience, human rights, and food security. Joint initiatives on the preservation of heritage and languages, as well as scientific and academic collaboration, demonstrate a shared commitment to inclusive and sustainable development. Both countries have also engaged in trilateral and international cooperation initiatives, contributing to development and stability beyond their borders.
As we celebrate 60 years of diplomatic relations, we honor a partnership built on respect, cooperation, and shared values. Looking ahead, Mexico and Australia remain committed to working together for a more inclusive, sustainable, and prosperous future. May the years ahead bring even greater cooperation, understanding, and shared success.